Inspire. Love is like that. I could crush her beneath the weight of confession. Love asks me no question and give me endless support. Look for the woman in the dress. If there is no woman, there is no dress. Like all young men, you greatly exaggerate the difference between one young woman and another. Light on my heart, light on my feet, light in your eyes. I cannot even speak. Do you even know how you make me weak? Life is not worth living without you. You make me complete. I love you so much. I thank God for blessing me with your love. Laziness never arrived at the attainment of a good wish. Last night I was counting each star with a reason to love you. I was doing very good until I ran out of stars. Just a thought, you should know that you are awesome. Just so you know, there is a space that only you can feel. Just so you know, I loved you then. I guess I always will. I am not sure what I am to you and what we are right now, but what really matters is you are so damn special to me, and my life would not be living without you. It is not at all good when your cancer is palpable from the outside, especially when, as at this stage, they didn't even know where the primary source was. Carcinoma works cunningly from the inside out. Detection and treatment often work more slowly and gropingly from the outside in. It is hard to love a woman and do anything. It is hard enough to be a middle school kid because you are dealing with so many facets of your identity. You are changing socially, you are changing physically, you are changing emotionally. Everything is in flux, and to put race on top of that as well and have to figure out your racial identity is extremely hard. It is almost been worth this depression to find out how little our big men know. It was easy to persecute me without people feeling ashamed. It was easy to vilify me and project me as a woman who was not following the tradition of a good African woman and as a highly educated elitist who was trying to show innocent woman ways of doing things that were not acceptable to certain men. It is really a hard life. Men will not be nice to you if you are not good looking, and women will not be nice to you if you are too good looking. It is not just a It is not until you become a mother that your judgment slowly turns to compassion and understanding. It is easier to find men who will volunteer to die than to find those who are willing to endure pain with patience. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. It feels like you have pumped a new life into me. I feel like a completely different person. I feel more confident about myself. Thank you so much for walking into my life and transforming it into something so wonderful. It does not matter how long my hair is or how long my leg is or what color my skin is or whether I am a woman or a man. It contributes greatly towards a man's moral and intellectual health to be brought into habits of companionship with individuals unlike himself who care little for his pursuits and whose foreign abilities he must go out of himself to appreciate. It amazes me that you have seen me at my best and my worst, and you love me anyway. It feminism is mixed up with a muddled idea that women are free when they serve their employers, but slaves when they help their husbands. In those days, spirits were brave, the stakes were high, men were real men, women were real women, and small fury creatures from Alpha Centauri were real small furry creatures from Alpha Centauri. In this world, either you are virtuous or you enjoy yourself, not both, lady, not both. In our society, the women who break down barriers are those who ignore limits. In my house, I am the boss. My wife is just the decision maker. In less enlightened times, the best way to impress women was to own a hot car, but women wised up and realized it was better to buy their own hot cars so they would not have to ride around with jerks. In case you did not already know, I will be loving you always and forever. I am so in love with him. I cannot even think straight, which is fine since obviously I am not straight, and neither is he. If you want something spoken about, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. If you think of yourself as a helpless and ineffectual, it is certain that you will create a despotic government to be your master. The vice despot, therefore, maintains among his subjects a popular sense that they are helpless and ineffectual. If you tell a beautiful woman that she is beautiful, what have you given her? It is not more than a fact, and, and it has cost you nothing. But if you tell an ugly woman that she is beautiful, you offer her the great homage of corrupting the concept of beauty. To love a woman with her virtues, it is meaningless. She has earned it. It is a payment, not a gift. But to love her for her vices is a real gift, unearned and undeserved. To love her for her vices is to defile all virtue for her sake. And there is a real tribute of love because you sacrifice and invalue, yeah, because you sacrifice your conscience, your reason, your integrity, and your invaluable self esteem. If you spend your life competing with businessmen, what do you have? A bank account and ulcers? If you remember me, then I do not care if everyone else forgets. If you love me, let me know. If you do not tell me because I love enough for my heart to shatter into pieces. If you say you do not, if you look at any Muslim society and you make a scale of how developed they are and how successful an economy the economy is, it is straight. It is a straight line. It depends on how much they emancipate their women. If you like her, if she makes you happy, and if you feel like you know her, then do not let her go. If you feel inside you are a woman, be a woman. No one can take that away from you, man. No one can make that feeling go away. If things in nature want what you need to do to be complete, then no one has the right to tell you you cannot do this or that. If you care about somebody, you should want them to be happy, even if you wind up being left out. If you can love someone with your whole heart, even one person, then there is a salvation of life. There is a salvation in life, and a life is full of salvation. Even if you cannot get together with that person, if women were particular about men's characters, they would never get married at all. If women are if women are expected to do the same work as men, we must teach them the same thing. If we will be quiet and ready enough, we shall find compensation in every disappointment. If there was a perfect way for me to show you how much you mean to me, I will be happiest person in the world because you really are my whole life, and I want to shout that out loud to the world. I love you, darling. If there hadn't been women, we would still be squatting in a cave eating raw meat because we made civilization in order to impress our girlfriends. If there are as many minds as there are men, then there are as many kinds of love as there are hearts. If so many men, so many minds, certainly so many hearts, so many kinds of love. If she is amazing, she won't be easy. If she is easy, she won't be amazing. If she is worth it, you won't give up. If you give up, you are not worthy. Truth is, everybody is going to hurt you. You just got to find the ones worth suffering for. If people are good only because they fear punishment and hope for reward, then we are sorry a lot indeed. If pain must come, may it come quickly, because I have a life to live and I need to live it in the best way possible. If he has to make a choice, may he make it now. Then I will either wait for him or forget him. If one is a master of one thing, if one is a master of a one thing and understands one thing well, one has at the same time insight into an understanding of many things. If men had to have babies, they would only ever have one each. If a man is to be liberated to enjoy more leisure, he must also be prepared to enjoy this leisure fully and creatively. If man evolved from monkeys and uppies, why do we still have monkeys and uppies? If God gives us a chance after life to choose again, I would still choose you. I love you. If boyhood and youth are but a vanity, must it not be our ambition to become a man? If a woman tells you she is 20 and looks 16, she is a 12. If she tells you she is 26 and looks 26, she is damn near 40. If a man wants you, nothing can keep him away. If he doesn't want you, nothing can make him stay. If a man says something in the woods and there are no women there, is he still wrong? If a man loses his reverence for any part of life, he will lose his reverence for all of life. If a man does not keep peace with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer. Let him step to the music he hears, however measured or far away. If a girl is silent, it is dangerous. She is either overthinking, tired of waiting, about to blow up, needs a hug, falling apart, crying inside, all of the above. The fatal tendency of mankind to live off thinking about a thing when it is no longer doubtful is the cause of a half their errors. Man must have just enough faith in himself to have adventures and just enough doubt of himself to enjoy them. If I had to, I would wait for an eternity just to be with you. If I had to make a wish, I would close my eyes and ask the skies to make you a shining bright star and me the tiny one beside it. This way, our love will become immortal even when we are no more in this world. If holy matrimony is there to keep us together, we will make sure that our love and affection for each other never lets us go. I love you with all my heart, dear hubby. I love you more. The only reason I didn't use the spaces is because no amount of space can keep me from loving you as much as I do. If you will ask me how long I stay for you, my answer will not be forever and not always. It will be as long as you want me to stay, I stay. I have seen women who don't have great relationships with their fathers, and it all comes down to this: you have to tell girls you love them every day. I have no time for broads who want to rule the world alone, without men who would do up the zipper on the back of your dress. I have got a woman's ability to stick to a job and get on with it when everyone else walks off and leaves it. I have found men are less likely to let petty things annoy them. I have exercised with women so thin that buzzards followed them in their cars. I am not particularly a feminist, but if you get women off the animal cycle of reproduction and give them some say in how many children they will have, immediately the floor will rise. I am not asking for diamonds. I am not asking for the world. I am just asking for you to call me your baby girl. I am at a loss because I am in love with a man who is standing before me with no memories of me at all. I am a woman of a very few words but lots of action. I will bet you the time ain't far off when a woman would not know any more than a man. I would rather replace my words of love for you with kisses of love. It's a much better deal, isn't it? I would not trade you for anything in this world. I love you so much. I would not give you up for all the money in the world. I would do anything just to see you smile. I won't make you change for me. You won't make me change for you. But as we grow together, we will change into one gradually. I love you forever and always. I wonder how many people do not get the one they want, but end up with the one they are supposed to be with. I wish time could just stop when I am in your arms because it is the best feeling ever. I wish there was nothing else in the world to do except for losing myself in your eyes. I could continue doing that for the rest of my lifetime. I love you. Amen.